What's up, you guys? Godzilla Fan Freaks coming at you today with another figure review. And today we are taking a look at the X Plus 25 centimeter Rick Boy exclusive edition of King Ghidorah from Destroy All Monsters 1968. Now let's get straight on into this figure review with the front cover of the box, since I break down all my X Plus boxes. Here's the front cover of the box. Very nice, very, white, typical. This is the X Plus boxes that we get with the 25 centimeters that are that require a bigger box than usual, because normally, from what we've all seen from some of my reviews, Rich's reviews, and a few others that are out there, the X Plus 25 centimeter figures come in, a standard, box that is duplicated. There's no difference between them, pretty much, except for the sticker that they slap on the bottom. But for the 25 centimeters that require a little bit of a bigger, kind of different proportioned box, this is what we get. Very nice white cardboard box, very nice, black silhouette picture of the figure itself. You got King Ghidorah up here, 1968, probably says Destroy All Monsters as well. And just to prove that it is the Rick Boy exclusive, you got the sticker that is slapped on right here. So that there means that it is a Rick Boy exclusive figure. So enough about the front cover of the box. Pretty basic, pretty simple. Let's get this out of the way. And first thing I want to talk about with this figure are the Rick Boy exclusive pieces. So first, let's go over the key lock flying saucer. Very nice. Looks like a flying saucer. Also looks like a Reese's Pieces cup. Very nice, creamy orange color. You got light oranges, you got a little bit of dark oranges, a little bit of both, all very nice shading all the way around. Ridges around the outer edge look great. Just very nice detail for, flying saucer. I mean, it does look like the key lock saucer from Destroy All Monsters. Just very nice, paying attention to detail. X Plus, they don't really skip any corners with anything, other than, the bottom, because the bottom needed some type of a base that you can just kind of set it down and, or it can sit on your shelf. Or if you maybe want to somehow tie it up to your ceiling and have it, hanging or whatever, you could do that too. But, very nice key lock saucer, pretty basic, very nice though. And then, of course, we have the Fire Dragon, which, as we all know, but spoiler alert if you don't, the end of Destroy All Monsters, we got the Fire Dragon, which is just a flying saucer with fire around it that causes devastation. But very nice, fire streams all the way around. Again, you got that creamy orange color going all the way around for it. A little bit of lights, a little bit of darks. Just a good mix of oranges for the fire all around itself. The fire stream grooves and everything like that look great all the way around. Just very nicely well detailed and sculpted. Does look like the Fire Dragon for sure. This just isn't your basic, fireball comet looking thing. Anyone or any Godzilla fan who has seen Destroy All Monsters will be able to tell right off the bat that this is the Fire Dragon. And on the inside of the mold, if you can see that there, trying to hold it up to the light to the best that I can, there is another flying saucer inside of the fire mold, which, again, we all know the Fire Dragon is another flying saucer. So that is really cool that they incorporated that kind of in there for us collectors to actually see and pinpoint. Really kind of neat, rather than just having a fireball piece that you can't see anything. So that is cool that you can see the flying saucer inside of the fire mold itself. So, just to get those out of the way, those are the Rick Boy exclusive pieces that come with this Ghidorah. And let's just get those out of the way, and let's get straight on into the review of Ghidorah himself. Big figure, as you can tell right off the bat, right? Huge figure. I mean, this is a 25 centimeter figure, but he does take up a lot of room, especially with the wingspan here. Just crazy. That is the thing that pops on this guy the most, are the wings itself. When you first see this guy, that is the thing that you notice, are just the massive size of the wings. But let's get straight on into this guy with paint job. And with paint job, Ghidorah, he's a gold. He's gold. He's a golden dragon. We all know that. He's a golden dragon from space. He's not, necessarily a really bright gold. This figure kind of does have a more darker gold, more of a, kind of a weathered gold, I guess you would call it. But just a very deeper gold than what you would normally think that, what he kind of looks like on screen a little bit. Kind of gives, little bit of more lighter gold, goldish yellow, but it still works. It looks beautiful. Very nicely applied all the way around. No bit of slop whatsoever, but just the deep gold all the way around. When this figure was, when he first hit collector shelves, I know a lot of people were kind of complaining about the manes around the head being a little bit too dark, which, they kind of are. But once you get this guy in person and, once you see this figure in person, again, with X Plus, videos and pictures don't do any figure in X Plus's line justice. You have to see the figure. It has to be right in front of you to really capture every aspect of them. But the mains, they are a little dark. They're kind of, blackish gray with a little bit of, dry brushing gold in there. But again, in person, it doesn't look that bad. The eyes, I'll try to get them as close as I can. One of the wings on mine, which I think it's on pretty much everybody's, it's this wing that is kind of loose in the socket. It's in there all the way, but whenever there's figures like this, there's always something that is more secure than the other. And this wing is just a little kind of loose in the socket when this wing fits nice and securely inside of where it's supposed to go. But I'll try to get them as close as I can while kind of holding on to this wing because I don't want it to fall out and break. That'd be really bad. But the eyes, very nicely kind of dark orange, brown with black pupils. Very nicely well done. Inside of the mouth, inside of all three mouths pretty much, very nice, pinkish colors. Very nicely well done. His teeth individually sculpted, but, very nice, his teeth are gold. He's pretty much gold all the way around other than, around the face and the eyes and the mouth. He's practically the same color all the way around. Pull him back here so you guys can get a good back shot of this guy. I mean, even from the back side, this guy just looks phenomenal. This figure is just amazing, amazing, well done. It just looks great. Now we will go on to detail now that we're done with paint. Detail, again, X Plus knocked it out of the park. Great, great detail all the way around. The way the scales, that's the first thing I'm going to go over, are the scales. The scales in this guy's body is just phenomenal. I mean, each scale individually sculpted, etched into the sculpt, just looks great. Especially on the chest, down on the legs, just looks really, really nice. All the way down the tails. Oh, it just looks beautiful. The scales are just amazingly well done. The detail in the faces, very, very nicely well done. I love the horns. The horns are all very nicely and curved. Again, teeth individually sculpted. Very nice, open mouth there where you can see the tongue and, the teeth. And then, of course, you got the spikes running down, each of the three necks. Very nicely individually sculpted. Just beautifully, beautifully well done. The wings look great. All the folds, the wrinkles, the creases, they just look outstanding. Just the membranes themselves just look great. And again, you have that same awesome scale action coming onto the wings here, and then where it differentiates into the different the different flow of detail. Just very beautifully well done and blended. Just looks fantastic. Down on the legs, the creases and the folds in the legs, again, X Plus does these figures based on the suit. They do them to the suit accurate. So you got very nice, folds to where you can tell that this is a person in a suit. Looks very, very nicely well done. Very, very beautifully well done. I just love all the folds and the indents around the legs. Looks very, very nice. Again, going over some suit details, you can see, hopefully you can see, hopefully it shows up good on camera, you see this line going down the back of the figure? That there is pretty much where the suit actor got in and out of the suit. So very, very nicely well done. Paying attention to detail. X Plus does that on several of their figures where you can definitely get some suit detailing out of it. Just very, very nicely well done. And again, just the look of the wings, the membranes, the way the folds, the indents, the creases are, even on the back side, just look fantastic. The tails, again, just all the scales in the tails, very nicely sculpted, very nice flow, no bit of slop whatsoever. All the scales just flow very beautifully together. This figure is just outstanding. The claws on his feet or his toenails, whatever, very nicely well done. All the way around, this figure is just great. Very beautifully well done figure. X Plus did knock it out of the park. They did have some quality control issues with the packaging. They could have took a little bit more time to package this figure a little better. Definitely, instead of just encasing it in a plastic shell, they could have, went the styrofoam approach. I really kind of wish that they did do the styrofoam approach on this guy because, as we all know, with this figure, heads were coming off, horns were broken. I don't think anybody had any broken wings, but I could be wrong about that. There might have been one or two out there, but thankfully mine weren't anything. On mine the heads were loose, and I forget which. I think it was the horn. One of the horns on the middle head here was broken. But again, you just with the heads popping off, that's just the glue seals. So you pretty much just put some nice glue on there, stick it back on there, let it dry. You're good to go. The horn's a little bit harder if they're broken, but I pretty much got it on there pretty straight, and you pretty much can't even tell if there was anything wrong with this figure. But overall, other than some small quality control issues with the packaging, which is a bummer, you kind of, you pay so much for these figures, and then to have stuff, like that, it's kind of a little bit of shame. But again, it's still a great figure all the way around once you get past all that bad stuff. And it's just beautiful to look at, beautiful to have in any Godzilla collector's collection, pretty much. This guy is definitely a centerpiece on my desk, and he just looks great. No complaints whatsoever. It's a beautiful figure. Beautiful King Ghidorah figure. One of the best out there that you can get. And Diamond will be reissuing this guy along with Biollante. They're a little expensive, over $400. But if you got the money and you want to pick this figure up, definitely look into it. And you can pre-order this guy and Biollante at Flossie's Gifts and Collectibles. So go check out Flossie's Gifts. John Stanowski at Kaiju Addicts, runs that site. Very reliable, very good source to get your X Plus figures and other Godzilla collectibles. So definitely check out Flossie's Gifts. And anyway, you guys, that's about all I got for this figure review. Hope you guys enjoyed. And again, it's just an awesome figure. X Plus 25 centimeter Rick Boy King Ghidorah. Great figure. What can I say? Anyways, like always, we are Godzilla fan freaks. Hope you enjoyed the review. Please comment, like, and subscribe. And we will see you guys in the next video review. Thank you for watching.